Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome member of the Brazilian Chamber of Deputies, Eduardo Bolsonaro.
Que isso, ó? E aí? Mike Lindell! It's an honor to be here right after the next President of the United States. And right before the great Argentinian President, Javier Milei. Today, I'll tell you how a country loses its freedom. I look around and see these ordinary men and women who dreamed of a better country, left into a dirty prison as if they were worthless than an animal. And for those who think I'm exaggerating, I will mention a few simple examples. You can take a look at the images. Felipe Martins, the President Bolsonaro's international advisor, like Jared Kushner, a brilliant young man in his studies with a promising future, imprisoned by a court of exception, accused of a coup d'etat, never attempted or planned, and without hope of minimally fair treatment, as due process and broad defense no longer exist in Brazil. Silvinei Vasquez, former chief of police during my father's administration, the chief who most seized the drugs in Brazil. Eduardo Naime, chief of police, who was injured during the protests on January 8th while working during his holidays. And also lawyers, veterinarians, journalists, comedians, pastors, a sign language interpreter, a gospel singer, a homeless, an individual diagnosed with a high degree of autism, all of them imprisoned and accused of coup. These people are now receiving sentences of 17 years in jail. And Clezão, salesman, died inside prison as waiting trial for almost 1 year. And just like them, almost 2,000 people were arrested in a single day in Brazil. Elderly, pregnant women, and even children accused of being terrorists, of having attempted an armed coup, even though not a single weapon was seized. The totalitarian judicial system created the narrative with the help of the legacy media that these ordinary people were a threat to Brazilian state. And this climate of persecution expanded censoring and hunting critics of the current government. And under the excuse of preserving democracy, to imprison my father, the former president, who dared to put the interest of Brazilian people first. My father is now prosecuted and slandered in the most varied ways, as in every tyranny, the limit of the ridiculous no longer exists, and even faces the accusation of having committed the terrible crime of disturbing a whale. Yes, this is not a joke. My father is criminally charged for passing by a whale on a jet ski through a complaint made by Lula da Silva's environmental minister. My friends, I conclude by making an appeal. Report what is happening in Brazil. Tomorrow, we will have 1 million people on the streets of São Paulo in support of President Bolsonaro. Make this image go all around the world. American congressmen, we ask for a hearing in your Congress. You are the leaders of the free world. Help us to expose this tyranny. It says my father often quotes in John 8:32. And you know the truth, and the truth will set you free. But there is still hope for Brazil. I'm looking forward here now to listen to the great president of our brother country, Argentina, Javier Milei. God bless you. God bless the free world. Thank you, CPAC. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.